I normally take a walk every Friday to attend my weekly Pilates class. It's a 15-minute power walk from my apartment in a relatively safe city from Eastern Europe. I have never ever felt unsafe in my city, and I wouldn't normally exercise caution when walking alone at night. Tonight, however, after the end of class, I began my usual walk back home. And 5 minutes in, after a lot of corner cutting and alley shortcuts, I noticed that this strange-looking man is still following me. The first glimpse I got of him at that point was a young man in his 20s, incel-looking, hat on, shiny, elegant shoes on, and a black coat. On a closer look, he had a link chain, the kind of chain you use in heavy transportation and to pull heavy loads around his neck. I instantly got shivers down my spine and changed my pace of walking to very slowly, then very fast, to check if he does too. He changed his as well, and I could see from the corner of my eye he was still behind me. He was also on the phone, and I got the feeling he was taking pictures of me. At this point, I completely freaked out. But my first thought was that I was athletic enough to put up with this creep and that I need to stay focused. I was on the main boulevard parallel from my apartment, and I decided to turn right in a very fast and abrupt way. He kept on walking, and I thought I was just crazy and it was all in my head, but 2 minutes later, he was still behind me. I must mention that there were people on the street at every corner, so even if he wanted to attempt something, it would have been virtually impossible. When I reached my apartment, I entered the house very fast, checked if he wasn't behind me, and that was it. However, the scary part comes now. After an hour or so, my husband checked our building's security camera and saw that as I rushed into the flat, this creep hid behind a car and stayed there for good minutes watching the building. Afterwards, he approached the entrance and took a picture of the entrance and the address engraved on it. I am now scared he will start stalking me and my family. Any tips, advice is also appreciated.